Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Mangesh Dashing and this is the second lecture of IR spectroscopy. In first lecture, we have seen introduction and principles of the IR spectroscopy. In this lecture, we will learn interpretation of the IR spectra for hydrocarbons. Friends, as we know that the IR regions, this IR region is from 800 to 10 raised to 5 nanometer, this wavelength range. That region is called as IR region. We have already seen that one. So IR region is around 2.5 to 15 micron, that is 4000 centimeter inverse to 667 centimeter inverse, and this is subdivided into three sub-regions spectra. Those regions are functional group regions, that from 2.5 to 7.7 micron, that is 4000 to 1300 centimeter inverse. Second region is fingerprint region, that is 7.7 to 11 micrometer, that ranges from 1300 to 909 centimeter inverse. And the aromatic region, that is 11 to 16 micron, that is 909 to 625 centimeter inverse. So in graphical form, so this region around 600 to 1300 centimeter inverse or 1400 centimeter inverse, this is called as fingerprint region. So in this region, all the single bonds, all the skeleton bonds, sigma bonds absorbs radiations in this region. It gives peak over this one. So from 3000 to 4000 centimeter inverse, we observe the absorption of the OH, CH, NH, C triple bond CH, double bond CH, all these protons will absorb in this region. While near to this 3000, a single bonded carbon and H that absorbs in this region, like aldehydic hydrogen also absorbs in this region. Then near about 2200 centimeter inverse, triple bonds like carbon-carbon triple bond, carbon-nitrogen triple bonds, those absorbs IR radiations near to the 2200 centimeter inverse. Then near about 1600 or 1700 centimeter inverse, all the double bonds like carbon-nitrogen double bond, carbon-oxygen double bond, carbon-carbon double bond absorbs the IR radiations near about 1600 or 1700 centimeter inverse. In this way, this functional group, by looking at the IR spectra, if you look this spectra classification of the spectrum, then you can understand this peak might be here. If peaks are there, you can say that it may be OH, NH or CH or CH. So like that. So from observing this classification of the spectrum, these are the subdivisions. So according to this one, the interpretation of the IR spectrum will be easier. I will see one by one IR regions. So first one is functional group region. The region between 2.5 to 7.7 micron, that is 4000 to 1300 centimeter inverse, is very useful for the organic chemist, because this is the functional group region. All the functional group absorbs in this region. This part of IR spectrum contains absorption band due to stretching vibrations of the functional groups, such as OH, NH, CH, SH, in the range of 2500 to 3700 centimeter inverse. So this IR spectrum contains absorption bands due to stretching vibrations of the functional group bonds, such as OH, for example OH, NH, CH, HH. This stretching frequency absorbs in the range 2500 to 3700 centimeter inverse. Similarly, the appearance of absorption peaks at 2100 to 2500 centimeter inverse shows the presence of carbon-carbon triple bond or carbon-nitrogen triple bond, is known as triple bond region. So any peak appears in between 2100 to 2500 centimeter inverse, you can conclude that your compound may contain a triple bond, that is carbon-carbon triple bond or maybe carbon-nitrogen triple bond. If the IR absorption peaks at around 1500 to 1600 inverse, there are small peaks. So this region indicates the presence of aromatic carbon-carbon double bond stretching frequencies. So if you are getting a peaks, one or two peaks in between 1500 to 1600 centimeter inverse, that indicates that our compound contains a benzene ring, because these are for the carbon-carbon double bond stretching frequencies, while at 1620 to 1680 centimeter inverse is due to carbon-carbon stretching frequencies of alkenes. So this is the differentiation. If you are getting the peaks in between 1500 to 1600, then it indicates that the presence of benzene carbon-carbon double bond. But the peaks appears in between 1620 to 1680, then it indicates that the carbon-carbon double bond, but that is the stretching frequencies for alkene. The important IR spectrum band is at around 1700 centimeter inverse. If the peaks at near about 1700 centimeter inverse, it clearly indicates that the presence of carbonyl group, that is carbon oxygen double bond. It may be aldehyde, ketones, maybe esters, amides, acids. So all these peaks appears near about 1700 to 1800. Likewise, thus the functional group in the molecule can be identified from these absorption bands into the IR spectrum. So this is useful, this region is useful for identification of the functional group. That's why this region is called as functional group region, and this is the main purpose of the IR spectroscopy, to identify the compounds by using their functional group, which are the bonds are there. UV visible spectroscopy gives us information about the chromophore, that is presence of multiple bonds, presence of conjugations, presence of substitutions. According to that, we can calculate the lambda max in a UV visible spectroscopy. Well, in this case, by using these wave numbers, frequencies, we can understand which are the bonds, which are the functional group might be present in our compound. Second region is a fingerprint region. So this region is between 707 to 1100 micrometer, that is 1300 to 909 centimeter inverse, is known as fingerprint region, and this is the most complex part of IR spectrum. There are so many peaks, there are, and contains number of absorption peaks. These absorption bands appears due to skeleton scratching and bending vibrations. This region is not much useful for the interpretation, but it helpful for the sample comparison. If the fingerprint region of two samples are identical, then those two samples are also identical. So the fingerprint regions that ranges from 1300 to 909 centimeter inverse, this is called as fingerprint region, and this is very complex, very difficult to understand, because this contains so many absorption bands, because all the organic compounds contains a single bonds, like carbon-carbon single bond, carbon-nitrogen single bond, carbon-oxygen single bond, because that is the skeleton bonds. So all the stretching and bending vibrations of the skeleton are absorbed in this region. So that is not much useful spectrum for the analysis, because we can't understand which are the functions over there, because this is a skeleton, right? But this region is very useful for the interpretation, for comparing the samples. If the two samples having a same spectrum in this region, then these two samples are one and the same. It's like a fingerprints of the man. No two persons having the same fingerprints. Similarly, no two organic compounds having the same spectral bands in fingerprint region. So this is useful for the comparison of the known sample to unknown sample. Third region is aromatic region. So this region is in between 11 to 15 micrometer, that is 909 to 667 centimeter inverse, is known as aromatic region. The bands that occurs in this region are due to bending vibrations of CH bonds in the molecule in the benzene. The lack of absorption in this region shows a presence of non-aromatic compounds. This region also helps in determining the aromatic substitution pattern such as ortho, meta, para, monosubstituted, disubstituted, or trisubstituted. So from 909 to 667 centimeter inverse, this region is called as aromatic region. If the bands appear in this region, then your compound is aromatic. If there are no bands in this region, you conclude that your compound is non-aromatic. It doesn't contain the benzene ring. So that much information you are getting from this aromatic region. As well as this region also helps in determining what is the substitution pattern in the aromatic benzene, in the benzene rings. That may be ortho meta substitution, ortho substitution, para substitution, that may be mono substitution, disubstitution, or trisubstitution. So this information you are getting from this aromatic region. That's why this region is called as aromatic region. Friends, for the interpretation of IR spectrum, roughly we should know all these three regions. Those are functional group region, fingerprint region, and aromatic region. So we can get, by seeing the spectrum, the rough idea of the which functional group might be present in our compound. Although most of the covalent bonds have a characteristics and invariable wavelengths of the absorption. Sometimes the bands in IR spectra slightly shifted due to conjugation, hydrogen bonding, electron donating or withdrawing groups present into the molecule. Thus, the exact position of the absorption depends upon the force constant, masses of atoms and environment of the bond. So friends, whatever the regions we have seen, whatever the wave numbers we have seen for the proper functional group, that is invariable, that is the characteristics bands for the particular bonds. But due to some structural effects, these absorption frequencies, absorption wave numbers may get slightly changed because they are affected by the structural effects like conjugation, hydrogen bonding, electron donating and withdrawing groups which are present into the molecule. So these are depends upon the structural effects also. The exact position of the absorption depends upon the force constant, that is according to the Hooke's law. The absorbing frequency is directly proportional to the force constant and inversely proportional to the masses of atoms, as well as that depends upon the environment of the bonds also. If the environment of the bond is near to the conjugation, hydrogen bonding, electron donating or withdrawing groups effect into the molecule. While interpretation of the data, we should know these primary regions for the IR spectrum. By looking at these regions, we can conclude which are the functional group might be present in your compound. So from 600 to 1400 or 1300, this region is for only single bonds, that is fingerprint region, skeleton bonds like carbon-carbon bond, carbon-nitrogen bond, carbon-oxygen bond. Along with this fingerprint region, there are aromatic region also, that is from 606, that is from 909 to 1300 centimeter inverse, that is for the aromatic region. Then from 1600 to 2000 centimeter inverse, that is for the carbon-carbon, carbon-nitrogen or carbon-oxygen double bonds. So this region for the double bonds only. If you are getting the peaks in between 1600 to 2000 centimeter inverse, you can say that your compound contains a double bonds. Similarly, from 2000 to 2700 centimeter inverse, this region is for the triple bonds. This region is for the triple bonds. So you conclude that your compound may contain a carbon-carbon triple bond or carbon-nitrogen triple bond. After 2700 centimeter inverse to 4000 centimeter inverse, this region is for the bonds with the hydrogen. That may be OH, NH, CH, maybe a triple bond CH, double bond CH, likewise. So this region is for only bonds with hydrogen, because that is inversely proportional to the mass. Hydrogen is having a low mass, so frequency will be higher, that is 2700 inverse to the 4000 centimeter inverse. Up to now we have seen a UV visible spectra, so that wavelength goes on increasing from left to right, but this is a wave number. So from left to right the wave number goes on decreasing, because wave number is equal to 1 upon lambda. That's why this is different. Similarly, whatever the absorption peaks we have seen from the bottom, in all the absorption spectrum, the bands, the absorption peaks it at the base, because in all the spectrum, in all the spectroscopy, the absorption is the second criteria. According to this one we can calculate, but in IR spectrum the inverted peaks are appears, because this is a graph of wave number versus transmissions, percentage transmission. That's why these peaks are inverted. हा जो आयरचा ग्राफ आहे तो वेव्ह नंबर वर्सेस ट्रान्समिशन्स असतो, म्हणून तो इन्व्हर्टेड ग्राफ येतो. आणि व्हॅल्यू पण इकडे आपण वेवलेंथ घेतो बरोबर. सो वेवलेंथ इज इंक्रीजिंग फ्रॉम लेफ्ट टू राईट, बट दिस values are wave numbers. Those are wave number is equal to 1 upon lambda, that is inversely that is wavelength inverse. That's why these are decreasing from left to right. Now first we start with the alkanes, how to interpret the spectral data of the IR spectrum. For example, this is octane. So all the alkanes contains carbon-carbon single bond and carbon-hydrogen single bond. So look at this spectra. If you are getting the peaks near about 1300 to 1400, then you conclude that your compound may contain carbon-carbon double bond. So these are the fingerprint regions only, and then this is the 2800 to 3000, that is for the CH. Those are strong peaks or maybe weak peaks also, and these are the medium peaks. So see here, so carbon-carbon stretchings and bending frequencies or absorbs at 1360 to 1470 centimeter inverse. Practically, these bands are not useful for the interpretation of the data, because almost all the compounds contain this carbon-carbon single bond, because this is the skeleton bond. So these are not useful. These are appears into the fingerprint region. So fingerprint region, we can't identify either this is carbon-carbon single bond, carbon-oxygen single bond, or carbon-nitrogen single bond very easily. But still these values are important. Suppose CH2 single bond, then you are getting peaks in between 1450 to 1470 centimeter inverse. If that is if that is CH2CH3 bonds, then that absorbs around 1360 to 1390 centimeter inverse. But the characteristics peak is for the CH. The CH peak is around 2800 centimeter inverse to 3000. So below 3000, that peaks are for the CH. Below 3000 or near about 3000, those peaks are for the sp3 hybridized CH bonds. That is around 2800 to 3000 centimeter inverse. These bands are not very useful for the identification, as almost all the organic compounds absorbs in this area. Secondly, we will see the alkenes. Alkenes, carbon-carbon double bonds are there, or carbon-hydrogen bonds are there. Carbon-carbon stretching vibrations are around 1620 to 1680. Those are the weaker as substitution increases. As the hydrogen are replaced by any R group and any group, then this stretching frequency becomes weaker. Then this vinyl CH, that is double bonded carbon CH, that occurs at 3000 to 3100 centimeter inverse. So these are the slightly more than 3000 centimeter inverse. The difference between alkane or alkyne CH is more important. If the band is slightly above 3000, it is vinyl that is sp2CH, or alkynyl sp-CH. If it is below 3000, then it is sp3 hybridized carbon H bond. So this is the most important thing. If that is more than 3000, it may be triple bonded carbon H or double bonded carbon H. If that is less than 3000, slightly less than 3000, then it is sp3 carbon H bond. This 1620 to 1680 is for unconjugated carbon-carbon double bond. Di-substituted trans alkenes absorbs near about 1670 cm inverse, while cis alkene absorbs near about 1650 cm inverse. As we know that the absorptions, where is the change in dipole moment, those absorptions only absorbs the IR radiations. The vibrations, where the change in dipole moment, only those vibrations absorbs the IR radiations, that we know. So according to that, these bands are not reliable because they are disappearing if the symmetrical alkenes are there. So these bands are not reliable. As the alkene becomes linear symmetrical molecule, these bands becomes disappear because of those vibrations, there is no change in dipole moment. So those bonds, those vibrations becomes IR inactive. That's why this alkene should be non-symmetrical, linearly non-symmetrical. Then only these vibrations absorbs the radiations. Next is carbon-carbon triple bond. For example, one octine. So if this spectra looks like this, if your peaks at 22 near about 2200 centimeter inverse, sharp peak, maybe weak to medium, then you conclude that your compound contains carbon-carbon triple bond. Secondly, you are getting a peak at 3300 centimeter inverse, that is sharp and long peak, that is for sp hybridized carbon H bond. Terminal alkyne is there. So see here, carbon-carbon triple bond stretching frequencies, that is 2100 to 2200 centimeter inverse. Strength depends on the asymmetry of bond, strongest for the terminal alkyne but weakest for the symmetrical internal alkyne. So if the bonds are terminal, these alkynes are terminal, then you are getting the strong peak, but peak height goes on decreasing as the symmetrical and internal alkynes are there. Friends, the CH for the terminal alkynes occurs at 3200 to 3300 centimeter inverse. So this sharp peak is there, that is for CH stretching frequency. This is useful for the identification of either our alkyne is terminal alkyne or internal alkyne. In internal alkyne, the CH bond is not there, so this disappearance of this peak at this area, that is 3200 to 3300 centimeter inverse, if there are no peak, then you conclude that your alkyne is a internal alkyne. If you are getting this peak, you conclude that your alkynes contains your alkyne is a terminal alkyne. Internal alkynes, that is carbon-carbon, R, carbon, triple bond, carbon, R, would not have this peak. This peaks in this area is absent for the internal alkynes. If there is no peak in between 3200 centimeter inverse to 3300 centimeter inverse, then you conclude that your alkyne is a internal alkyne. This is how to identify the terminal alkyne and middle alkynes. Next is aromatic. So aromatics means a benzene ring, substituted benzene ring, monosubstituted benzene ring, disubstituted, according to the benzene rings are there. So in that case, there are carbon-carbon double bond and carbon hydrogen single bonds are there. Because of these bending vibrations as well as stretching vibrations, we are getting the peaks, various peaks like the spectra will appear. Due to the delocalization of electrons in a ring, the carbon-carbon bond order is 1.5. The stretching frequency of these bonds is slightly lower in the energy than normal carbon-carbon double bond. So due to delocalization, because this is the aromatic, there are pi to pi delocalization is there. Because of that one, carbon-carbon bond order is 1.5. That's why the stretching frequency of these bonds, benzene carbon-carbon double bonds, are slightly lower than the normal carbon-carbon double bond. Normal carbon-carbon double bond, that is alkene, as we know that absorbs around 1640 to 1670 centimeter inverse. But in case of carbon-carbon double bond of benzene ring, that absorbs in between 1500 centimeter inverse to 1600 centimeter inverse. These show up a pairs of sharp peaks. So like this you are getting a pair of sharp peaks in the region between 1500 centimeter inverse to 1600 centimeter inverse. These are slightly lower than normal alkene bonds. Whatever the CH bonds of the benzene ring show the similar vinyl CH, that is around 3000 to 3100 centimeter inverse. So double bonded carbon to hydrogen, those are the stretching frequencies, comes around 3000 to 3100 centimeter inverse. So this is about the benzene ring. If there are multiple bonds in between 1500 to 1600 centimeter inverse, then the benzene is present. Right. This can be differentiated from the normal alkene. Normal alkene absorbs from 1640 to 1670 centimeter inverse. Those are higher than this aromatic carbon-carbon double bond. If the region between 1667 to 2000 centimeter inverse is free of interference, a weak grouping of peaks is observed in this aromatic system. So as we know that the carbon oxygen stretching frequencies are around the 1700 centimeter inverse. So that may be 1750 for acids, that is 1750 for esters also, that is around 1750. So the stretching frequencies of this carbon oxygen double bond are absent. There is no interference of this carbon oxygen stretching frequencies. Then for the aromatic compounds also you are getting a small peaks, weaker peaks in between 1667 to 2000 centimeter इन्वर्स. जर कार्बन ऑक्सिजनची फ्रिक्वेन्सी नसेल तर तुम्हाला हे पिक्स दिसतात कुठे 1667 to 2000 centimeter inverse. Analysis of this region is called as overtone of the bending region, can leads to determination of the substitution pattern of the aromatic ring. So according to this pattern we can understand what type of substitution into the benzene ring is there. तिथे तुम्हाला नंबर ऑफ पिक्स दिसतील कुठे 1667 to 2000 centimeter inverse. आणि त्या पॅटर्नवरनं आपण ओळखू शकतो की व्हॉट इज द पॅटर्न ऑफ सबस्टिट्यूशन ऑफ द aromatic ring. फॉर एक्झाम्पल here in the 1660 to 2000 if the peaks appears like a fingers, 4 fingers, then that is called as monosubstituted benzene ring. If the peak appears like this, those are the weaker peaks, smaller peaks, then you can say that is ortho substitution, and like this 3, then that is called meta substitution. If one is sharp while others are very small, then that is a para substitution. So this type of peaks are there, then that is monosubstituted. These are like this, then disubstituted like this, then meta disubstituted like this, then para disubstituted in this way. So this can be useful for the determination of substitution pattern on the aromatic ring. हां, पण तिथे कोणती ही फ्रिक्वेन्सी नसायला पाहिजे कार्बन ऑक्सिजनची, बिकॉज दॅट इंटरफेअर्स दिस रिजन. इफ यू अंडरस्टँड दिस वन, can you tell me? See this region from 1670 to 2000. So these are the weaker peaks. Now tell me this pattern. It is monosubstituted, disubstituted, or trisubstituted? It is monosubstituted, orthosubstituted, metasubstituted, or parasubstituted. So by looking at this one, you conclude that your benzene ring, aromatic ring, is a monosubstituted. See here, this spectra is for ethyl benzene. So there is only one substitution. See the pattern. There are 4 peaks, like 4 fingers. and see this one. Okay, so this is the monosubstituted. So according to that pattern, we can understand that either that is monosubstituted or disubstituted. If that disubstituted, that is orthosubstituted or metasubstituted or parasubstituted. So every peaks are important in the functional group region. Then we will see unsaturated system and substitution pattern. The substitution of the aromatics and alkenes can also be discerned through the out of plane bending vibration regions. So CH stretching vibrations coming around 3000 to 3100 centimeter inwards. That's okay. But along with that one, there are out of plane bending vibrations also there. So however, other peaks often appear in the region. This peak should only be useful for the reinforcement of what is known or for hypothesizing as to the functional group pattern. So this region comes around in between fingerprint region. So there are so many peaks are there. So these peaks are not much useful for the identification. But if the pattern is there, then this area you can use for the identification of the compounds by comparing the spectrum data or what is the functional group pattern into the aromatic system or alkene system. Then you can understand by this region. For example, these are the alkenes. Now alkenes are of four these types. It may be terminal alkene, monosubstituted alkene. It may be disubstituted alkene but trans. Disubstituted alkene cis. Disubstituted terminal alkene. Trisubstituted alkene. So in this region, we can understand by this spectral data what is the substitution. How is this substitution? If that is terminal monosubstituted, then you are getting the peaks in between 985 to 997 as well as 905 to 915 centimeter inverse. If that is trans disubstituted, then there are peaks in between 960 to 980 centimeter inverse. If that is cis, then it absorbs at lower frequency, that is 665 to 730 centimeter inverse. If that is monosubstituted and if that is disubstituted and terminal alkyne, that absorbs in between 885 to 895 centimeter inverse. And if that is trisubstituted alkene is there, then that is absorbs in between 790 to 840 centimeter inverse. Similarly, this pattern can be used for in terms of benzene substitution. If that is monosubstituted, then the peaks appears in between 730 to 770, along with that 690 to 710 centimeter inverse. If that is disubstituted benzene, peaks will be there in 735 to 770 centimeter inverse. If that is meta substitution, then various peaks are appears in between 860 to 900 centimeter inverse, 750 to 810, 680 to 725. If that is para substituted, then there are sharp peak in between 800 to 860 centimeter inverse. The pattern is there. If the peaks in these regions are there, you can use this area for the substitution pattern in case of aromatics as well as in case of alkenes. So friends, all these vibration frequencies of the functional groups that you should remember. एकदा बसून तुमचे पाठ होणार नाहीत, त्यासाठी तुम्हाला प्रॅक्टिस करावी लागेल. ऑल द फंक्शन एकमेकाला विचारा, एकमेकाला सांगा. रिकामे बसले असले तर आठवण करा की ओके, कार्बन कार्बन डबल बॉन्डची फ्रिक्वेन्सी किती, कार्बन कार्बन सिंगल बॉन्डची फ्रिक्वेन्सी किती, कार्बन कार्बन ट्रिपल कोट बॉन्ड कुठे ॲब्झॉर्ब करेल. मित्रांना विचारा, एकमेकाला सांगा, तरच ते तुमच्या लक्षात येतील. प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह करा. प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह करता करता काय फ्रिक्वेन्सीज तुमच्या लक्षात राहून जातील. या प्रकारे तुमच्या त्या IR फ्रिक्वेन्सीज लक्षात राहिल्या पाहिजे. त्या प्रकारे तुम्हाला अभ्यास करावा लागेल. जस्ट इथे दाखवले एवढ्या फ्रिक्वेन्सी तुमच्या लगेच पाठ होतील किंवा माझ्या पण लगेच पाठ होतील असं होत नाही. इट कम्स बाय प्रॅक्टिस. लिहा, वाचा, प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व करा, एकमेकांना विचारा, एकमेकाला सांगा, तर त्या फ्रिक्वेन्सी तुमच्या लक्षात राहतील. अँड देन ॲप्लिकेशन्स ऑफ दिस हायर फ्रिक्वेन्सीज while solving the problems will be very easier. In next video, we will learn these higher frequencies for the functional groups. Thank you.